Good morning and welcome to the channel. You join me here in the interior of my 2001 Clio Privilege 1.4 16 valve. Today's just an introduction to what this car is, why I bought it and all that lot. Now I do apologise for the terrible lighting in here. I am currently sat in my garage. I'm not going to bring it out because there's not enough room because my car is sat outside. But I'm just going to run through now the car. So it's a 51 reg, that's for all the UK people. If you're from another country, you're probably not going to understand that. So it's a 2001 car, obviously Renault Clio. It's done, let's have a quick look, let's fire up the ACC. It's an automatic. There's not many of these, which is cool reason. That's one of the reasons why I bought it actually, because they're quite rare. The mileage will show up any second now. Oh, we've gone out of focus there. I think it's done about 74,400 miles. I think it does take a while to boot in. I'm not quite sure, but yeah, it's in good condition. To say that it's an old car and it's done 75,000 miles, it's in good condition. The interior, it smells in here. The seat's dirty. It does need cleaning, but that's not a problem. There's the mileage. 74,443 she's done. I'm not going to leave that on just in case. I've bought the car because I want to learn more about cars, essentially. So it's sort of a science / research car, but I'm not going to balls it up or anything. I'm going to do a proper job, and I just want to learn what it's all about because I'm deeply interested in cars, but I would like to learn more. I'd love to. So it's just a short series, really, of this car. So I'll give you a quick walk around and a talk through the rest of the interior now. So pretty standard stuff, decent sized glove box. All this lot kind of works. You've got one of these little old style computer screens. It thinks it's 5 to 9 at night and it's 12 degrees outside. It's a lot warmer than that, and it's certainly not that time of night as it is the morning time. A lot of this stuff works. I think the central locking button works. It's obviously not going to work because the key's in the ignition. Hazard switch works now that I've changed it, because I have changed that. All this heating crap works. The radio unfortunately doesn't work. I think it does beep sometimes if you just like spam random buttons. I'm not sure why it doesn't work though. Yeah, there you go. I think it's just because it's old, to be honest. Air conditioning definitely doesn't work. The heater works though, which is the main thing. Gearbox, fantastically smooth. Love it. Gearbox works a treat. Not sure what this snowflake button does. Never really seemed to have an effect on the car. But it's there. Key, there you go. Central locking works fine. Apart from this back door, which I did leave unlocked last night, which is fantastic. But I remember to lock that when I leave today. So that's the front. Decent sized door cards. The drinks holder that you really cannot fit anything in because it's about that tall. So whether the French don't drink big drinks or not, I don't know. She is quite mucky in here. It does need a clean, but it's got most things in here that you'd want. Unfortunately, the windscreen's quite scratched there because that will have been from a stone caught in the windscreen wipers or something like that. Sunroof, absolutely massive thing for me. I adore sunroofs. I don't know why, they're just so cool, and it's because my car hasn't got one, and I'd love one myself, but I'm not going to be daily in this or anything. It's, as I said, it's just for science and research purposes, so that doesn't really count. So if you jump out, I better take the key with me, because this has a tendency to lock itself whenever it wants to. It's red. Not sure what colour red it is, but it's red. Let's open the broken door. Back, not very spacious for a tall person driving like me. If you've got passengers in the back, but the seats are unbelievably comfy for what it is. It's a 5-passenger car, or 5-seater, sorry. It's got a decent sized boot as well. That's about it really for the back. It's got wind windows in the back and electric in the front. So if you jump round to the back, love that boot release mechanism. Decent sized boot, not that you can see anything because it's pitch black and I need to wire up a light in here somewhere once I've cleaned it all up. But yeah, decent sized boot, comes with a spare which is there and a toolkit which is there. I've took that all out for a reason. It's a fair size, you can fit a lot in it. So I've tested it because you can fit pretty much anything that's in this garage that I still need to bin actually in the back of here just as a test to see how big it is. Quite stylish for the year. As I said, not in bad condition. There's a few little knocks and scrapes that I can put my finger nearly inside the bumper there because there's a scrape. There's a couple of chips in this light cluster. few scratches, paint marks and stuff. So go around the front, you'll see what I mean. It's very streaky on the bonnet. Not fantastic condition around there, but that's probably just crap that you can clean off though. Headlights I'm not sure what the term is for that, but these say scored. Bumper faded. Scratched all along like the splitter, if you can even call it a splitter. This wing mirror I've seen works, other one doesn't, because that's been like mashed up at some point, not sure when. Trim piece falling off, kind of. That was my own fault because I definitely didn't like run it into a wall driving it into here. Yeah, so there is a few scratches from me, but the rest of them I promise are not from me. So let's go in the passenger side. I'm not sure why the bonnet release is on the passenger side, but it is. And I'll show you the engine bay. It's not in bad nick for an old car. There she is. That's a 1.4 16 valve Renault engine. Fantastic on fuel. I think we've filled it up once with a proper tank of fuel, and I've had it for a while now. It's a bit mucky, as is the rest of the car really. Needs a clean up, but that's nothing that can't be taken care of in the future. It does need some more coolant as well. That's something to keep an eye on. That's a bit of a botch fix on the airbox too. But other than that, just a pretty standard engine bay. Runs fine, drives fine, and it's very smooth. So that's just an overall sort of overview of my little Clio. I'm not sure if I mentioned it. I paid 300 quid for this, as just bought it spares and repairs off some small garage. As I said, just for research purposes once again. I'll be taking it for MOT, and that will tell me what's wrong with it in the future. And it'll give me a good idea of what to expect for other projects in the future too. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Sorry about the terrible lighting. And stick around to see more of this little thing.